YouTube? It's Jonathan Irizarry, JI Fitness, and I apologize for the little hiatus for this week. It's been an extremely busy week, everybody. This Friday coming up, I'm super excited. If you can't see in my smile in my face, but we have my first ever fitness seminar that we're hosting with my buddy Mark Cisse, aka Mr. Get Lean from Denmark. It's going to be an exciting time. So everyone that is attending the event, man, you guys so much to look forward to. Wow, I'm so hyped. That's the reason why I've just been so caught up in everything around here and whatnot. You know, obviously with work and just getting everything together and just being around mentally. But I decided let me go ahead and record while I'm driving, so that I can at least get something to you guys. But yeah, that's the first part. Is just I want to make sure I mention that. GetLeanSeminar.dk if you guys want to sign up. For anyone that's in the Scandinavian area that's going to come to our event. It's October 10th in the island of Briggs in Copenhagen. But I've had a pretty eventful week. Almost like a very enlightening week. A lot of things I don't talk about is like religion and spirituality and whatnot, but I had a very spiritually enlightening week, and I wanted to kind of engulf in that and talk about it. I won't go too far into details, but it's been nothing but great, and it just has to do with really just loving yourself. And that's the topic for today. Is like, do we really truly love ourselves? All right, and the answer is 9 times out of 10 is going to be no, because I'm going to tell you right like this, just be straight up 100% with you guys. If you tell yourself that you're ugly, if you tell yourself you feel fat, if you tell yourself anything of any negative form, then you don't love yourself. If you eat too much, then you don't love yourself. If you starve yourself, you do not love yourself. It's a lot of these things that, we tend to kind of block out, and we wonder why, like, our days are, if we have any unhappy days, or if we feel like, things aren't just going right, and you always kind of wonder, like, why am I feeling this way? Why am I hurt? Why am I depressed? Why am I sad? And we never should be. Honestly, we have no reason to ever be upset. So I had a couple conversations with some clients and some friends, and just, I began to realize, what the main issue was, and that happened to be it. Is as much as people wouldn't like to really admit it or not, you don't love yourself. And I'm just going to be honest with you. So I really got into this book, OMG. It really just like changed my life to I don't even know how to explain it, to be honest with you, but it's called The 4 Agreements. The author is Don Miguel Ruiz. The guy is a genius. He has a PhD. I'm not sure exactly what in, but I know he does, because he states it in his book. But the 4 agreements just have to do with 4 rules to abide by to help you kind of, in a sense, be one with yourself, not only spiritually, but, in the physical form out here. And I'll go over them. They're very simple. And these are things that I'd like for you guys as my YouTube listeners to follow as well. Listen to what I'm saying, and if this relates to you, if you can relate to this video and what I'm telling you, then apply these rules. Well, in the book that Don Miguel has, the first rule is be impeccable with your word. Basically, do what you say. That's it. It's very simple. Do what you say. If you say you're going to do something, then go ahead and do it. Don't lie. Don't cheat. Don't do anything. Do what you say, and be impeccable with your word. And if you're impeccable with your word, then you will have the greatest life, because again, when that happens, and more or less, a lot of times you are speaking in the truth. All right. Rule number 2 was, and this is like my favorite one, is do not take anything personal. So when people tell you things, if someone is talking down on you, especially, because again, when it comes to fitness, we're very vain. If you don't want to believe it or not, we are very vain. We think about ourselves a lot. It's an extremely selfish sport, but how about we make this into something selfless? So don't take anything personal, guys. Number 3 is do not make any judgments. Without making judgments, You can't assume anything. Don't make assumptions. Don't sit there and say that, you know, it's this or that if you don't even know the truth. If you don't know facts on anything, again, we can't sit there and make judgments on things that we know nothing about. People's perception about things are completely different than what your own is. And with that being said, you know, what their truth is not going to be your truth. And this is the one that I love the most as well. Here is number 4, is always do your best. And this is one that I know that I've been able to go by and kind of got me to this place really in my life, is because anything and everything that I've done in my life, I always made sure I did my best. And that's something that I always preach about in my other videos that I do with vlogs as well. When you do your best, you can never be disappointed. When you do your best, whether you get second, third, or first, you will never be disappointed, because guess what? You know that you put in 100 and 1,000% effort into whatever it is that you're getting ready for. So if it's for a competition, if it's for a 5K, if it's for a mud runner, whatever it is, this isn't just bodybuilding specific here. You know, even if it's life in general, always do your best. Those 4 rules, I'm telling you, have changed my life. And I tell these to you guys as well, and I hope it changed yours as well. But I'm going to cut it short. I'm almost home. I'm excited, super duper excited. I'm like, I don't even know what to talk about anymore, but let's go ahead and let's internalize those 4 rules, guys. And I'm going to keep following up each and every week. I'm going to keep following up and make sure that I keep enforcing some of these things and help with some of you guys' motivation, because a lot of times, you know, when we're lost and we have no one to go to, I want you to go to this video and go back and listen and take it in. Take it in for yourself and internalize it and make it you. 4 agreements. If you haven't read the book, I'll put the link down so you can find it for yourself. And let's start a change in your life today, guys. Let's make sure that we do this. Anyways, it's J.I. Fitness, Jonathan Irizarry. Peace.